Hello, my WWE fans. I have missed you guys so much. Welcome back to the Can You Believe It podcast. I know I've been gone so long. I was not at the Performance Center, nowhere near WWE at all. I just been gone. But I will be consistent. I promise you. But let's jump into it. Has anyone watched Naomi's recent interview with the Bella twins? I have. If you haven't, please watch it. I'm going to drop it down in the link below this video. So Naomi, which is Trinity, she talked about having her own biological baby, her own little baby, because her and Jimmy Uso Jimmy Uso has 2 kids already prior to the marriage, which makes her a stepmommy, which she loves those kids, the 2 little kids, unconditionally, which always loves kids. She talked about it. She was I believe she was a daycare worker before she was even a WWE diva. She was a daycare worker, and she loves kids. So she's an amazing stepmother, but she does want to carry her own child, which is totally understandable. But what comes with that is that she is a wrestler that does wrestle out of the 365 days out of the year with probably minimum breaks. And that's hard to juggle. And that means her stepping away from the WWE to get pregnant. And that's going to be a hard thing because she does have infertility, because Naomi has said in past interviews is that, and on Total Divas, that she has problems with trying to get pregnant because she has 1 ovary. So that's going to make it really hard to get pregnant, and she's going to probably need some help. And she's a bit older, and I hate the term geriatric pregnancy. 35 is not old, and I wish I wouldn't say 35. I'm 30. In 5 years from now, I'm going to be 35. And if I think about having kids, they're going to say, Danielle, you're considered geriatric pregnancy. Like, geriatric, come on. When I think of geriatric, I think like old, like real old, like crippled old, in the home, wheelchair, can't pee on my own, having somebody to help me wipe my bottom. That is geriatric, not 35. I know, it hurts. Yeah. So I get why she says her clock is ticking. Yes. When we hear that 35, that clock is ticking. And when you are working in the WWE, that is a job that, you can't just be like, hey, I need some maternity leave to go get help getting pregnant and taking some time off to take care of that kid. My spot needs to be saved. Please let them remember me. No, it doesn't work like that. WWE, the wheel is still moving, regardless if you're not there anymore. So Naomi has to make that choice. And hey, are you going to take time away from something you absolutely love doing and you put so much sweat, tears, dedication into to start a family, like of her own, like biological? She has pushed it out, carried it for 9 months. Are you ready to give that all up to start a family? And that's a hard decision, because when you love your career and you love what you do, but you also want a family, it's hard to make that decision. Sometimes you're like, oh, I really want to start a family, but I also love this career, and I can see me going far, and maybe I will get a title shot, or I may win the title. And then once I win the title, I could have it for 1,000 days, 365. Like, you never know what can come with that. But if I have a kid, that could push me all the way back, or they might forget me. There's so many things that can play out, but I do hope that Trinity and Jimmy Uso make the decision that she does step away to have a family. I don't think that would be a regret at all, because bringing in life into the world is the most amazing thing in the world. Because I was all about, yes, I love working. When I was in college, I was like, I'm not going to have kids. I just want to work. And then I was like, what? I could not imagine not being a mom. I absolutely love it. And I believe once Trinity gets into that space of saying, like, yes, I want to be a mother and I want to, like, be, like, go all in, WWE will take a backseat. Definitely. It would be like, okay, this was my run. But I do hope she gets, like, a farewell tour without us actually knowing it's, like, her goodbye tour. Like, she actually gets a title run for a little bit, then she loses the title, stuff like that, because Naomi definitely deserves it. I hope she goes out the well way she deserves. But I know that she deserves a family. She's talked about how she wants one. She's really great with kids. Her first job was being a daycare worker, and she loved that so much. And I'm super excited. But what comes with that is the struggle. Knowing, are you ready to give up something that you've done for over decades? And that's all you know. Because being a mom, it's like, it is the most beautiful thing. Being a mom is the most beautiful thing in the world. But I tell you, it also has a really, really dark path that you can go down. It's like, wow, man, postpartum sucks. You get the baby blues. And that's that dark patch. Like, oh my gosh. Like, you can have all that support, but you're like, oh, I feel so lonely. I feel so, like, sad. And I feel my body's just different. And Nikki Bella put it in such great terms. It's like, you go down this really, like, people go down this really, really healthy, like, healthy route. And then there's really, really, like, this dark route. I don't know if she said dark or just unhealthy road of just, like, all the negative thoughts you just hit you, and you just so bombarded with. And you can have all that support there, and you can still feel alone, and you can have that regret of, like, oh man, my career, and this is not how everything planned out, because I wanted my daughter so bad, and I still went down that road. I was like, oh man, I grieved my old past life, and it happens. So I wish Trinity nothing but the best. I hope she becomes a mom, and what comes with that is that great deal of responsibility of saying, okay, this is it. We're going all in. And you're going to have to take that financial burden of, Jimmy, this is all on you, because I know, like, she's getting brand deals from other places. She has to be, but that the main breadwinner has to be Jimmy, is because she's gonna be home with the baby. She's gonna still be getting brand deals, baby brand deals too, but that's gonna be their main source, is gonna be Jimmy. So that's a lot of that they're gonna have to sit down and discuss, especially if she's having infertility. I don't know their financial situation. I'm not gonna judge, like, that, but it's a lot to come with. It's a lot to just sit down and just have that big discussion, because I know personally, and I'm not a WWE superstar, I'm not an influencer, I'm just a Joe Schmo having my own small podcast talking about Trinity and Jimmy Uso. But I am a mom that had infertility, still have infertility troubles, and it is so costly. And you think, if I have to do IVF, the price of that, if insurance don't pay for it. And if it doesn't work the first time, IUI, the price of that, if that doesn't work. It's all of these what ifs. What are we going to, like, are we going to have to take a loan? Are we going to have to refinance the house? Like, it's a lot. It is a lot. You never know. Those are, like, the questions you don't want to ask, but you have to ask. Like, that's so uncomfortable. And I don't care how, like, I don't know how much they make a lot of money. But those are just the uncomfortable questions. You're just like, oh, that's money. Because not every superstar gets paid the same, and some worry and some don't. But it's like, but I just wish Trinity nothing but the best. And I hope that she gets to have that little family that she wants, and bring in her biological child, because it's nothing like being able to carry your own child. And it's great to be a step parent. It really is, because you get an additional love. That is, like, the even best, because I have a close family member that is a step parent, and she absolutely loves it. And she has her own biological child, and she says, I don't treat them any different. She says, I don't love one more than the other. But when you carry your own child, it just feels different. It's like, this is something that I can instill, and you're teaching them from ground zero. It's not like, oh, I just walked into their lives at maybe 1 or 2, maybe 5 or 6. You're teaching them from zero, from the boop. You're instilling them all your core values. So I can understand that. And I just hope that Trinity and Jimmy Uso get the chance to bring in their little sunshine that they want. Because I know Trinity always wants to have a little baby of hers. And I couldn't wait to see Trinity with a little belly of her own. So I'm very excited. And I hope that that journey happens soon rather than later. And I hope that she shares her journey with us, and that there's no trolls out there being rude. And if she wants to keep her journey private, I respect it either way. But do go check out her latest video talking about how she wants to become a mom, and that stepping away from WWE may be an option. But that is a very scary change. That is not something that you take very lightly. You don't just be like, hey, I want to get pregnant and I'm going to quit WWE. That's not how it works. You got to really talk about these things. So I hope they figure it out and keep us posted. But until then, thank you for sticking with me, and I hope to see you back soon. Bye-bye.